I'm very surprised when I get comments from people asking, why do I have a stack of Black Mirror Blu-rays behind me when I'm recording? And Lewis, you're being hyperbolic when you say that I'm living in a Black Mirror episode. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's analyze that statement. Refrigerators have digital rights management in them so that if you want to install a water filter in it, you can only buy it from the manufacturer, which costs $50. If you buy that refrigerator and there's a problem with it and the manufacturer refuses to cover it under warranty, which LG did for a series of refrigerators that had a lot of glitches with their inverters, you were not allowed to sue them if they did not cover it under warranty because you signed away your 7th Amendment rights for a trial when you signed for the refrigerator because there was a forced arbitration agreement on the side of the boxes you never saw because the delivery people take the refrigerator out of the box and cut the box down before it gets into the door because they made the boxes intentionally too large to be able to fit through a normal door. But wait, there's more. If you buy a washing machine from that same company, they have an agreement in it that says that they can sell your personal data. I'm not kidding. And now it gets even better. Samsung is putting advertisements in your fridge. This is after a firmware update. To enhance our service and offer additional content to users, advertisements will be displayed on the cover screen for weather, color, and daily board themes. The cover screen for art and gallery themes will not display advertisements. The cover screen themes have been updated with new features. Daily board theme. Samsung News widget has been added to the daily board. Examples of Bixby voice and commands are now provided at the bottom of the daily board screen. The key point here that I'm interested in is where it says advertisements will be displayed on the cover screen. Advertisements will be displayed on the cover screen. A fucking refrigerator. I was pissed off at the idea when I saw them have advertisements on the refrigerator at a grocery store. You want to put ads on the refrigerator in my house? Oh, get the fuck out of here with that one. This goes back in the company's own statements. In 2025, Mr. Moon, Samsung's executive vice president and head of R&D team for digital appliances, stated to The Verge that Samsung had no plans regarding the inclusion of advertisements on AI home screens when asked about potential advertising expansion beyond television products. And then, Samsung is committed to innovation and enhancing everyday value for our appliance customers. As part of our ongoing efforts to straighten that value, we are conducting a pilot program to offer promotions and curated advertisements on certain Samsung Family Hub refrigerator models in the US market. Not just advertisements, curated advertisements. How are you curating them? How are you figuring out what it is you think I want to see on the screen? Are you listening to me? Are you watching me? Do you have a smell-o-vision thing in there that can tell what it smells like inside my refrigerator so that you can tell me what scent of Mr. Clean I should buy to clean it? Get the fuck out of my kitchen. And get the fuck out of my fridge. Nowhere, when anybody purchased this, did they sign up or consent to ads. What makes you think it's okay to connect to somebody's hardware over the air via network and just shove ads into it without they didn't even click on this. It's not like they went to a porn website where it said watch the ad to watch the porn. Imagine if I just randomly just logged into your computer and I just made an ad play on your screen. Not because you came to watch a YouTube video or anything else, just without your consent. Who the fuck do you think you are? The only reason that this type of stuff is even allowable is because Congress in the United States does not listen to the American people. They don't care. The FTC doesn't care. They've all neglected doing their job. One of the things that you can do to push back against this is to opt out of ads entirely. The only reason that there's money in putting advertisements in your fridge is because somebody's willing to pay for it. And they're willing to pay for it because the advertising, there's this money in it. But what if there was no money to pay Samsung? The advertisements would not be showing up on your fridge. Ads wouldn't work if nobody saw them and nobody used them. People would be forced to use normal advertising, not this behaviorally data mine-based crap where you're figuring out everything about me based on things that you probably Eula-roofied me into agreeing to begin with, and then use that to display advertisements on my fridge, in my car. No, we're not doing that. Put an ad blocker on every one of your devices. I say this as a YouTube content creator. I say this as somebody that's over 2 million subscribers. There's a lot of money to be made in monetizing the shit out of all of you if I cared to. But I don't do it because I don't want to deal with this in my own personal life. And if I don't want to deal with it in my own personal life, how can I ask you to deal with it? You can start by installing a browser extension called uBlock Origin. I'm not going to tell you which one to use. That's my opinion. It's an open source browser extension. In my opinion, it's the best. There are many other tools like Pi-hole that you can use as your DNS provider. There's a bunch of guides out there on how to do that so that you can block advertisements, not just on a computer, but on everything that connects on your home network. There are many solutions out there that block advertising servers throughout your entire network. I have a introduction to a more advanced one. This is a 900-page guide on how to essentially avoid ads in every area of your life. And this is a little going overboard. It goes over email, business phone systems, ad blocking, replacements to Google Drive, Google Photos, Google Mail. this is a bit out there. I'm not saying that you have to follow this thing, but I've put a lot of effort in on this channel, and this thing did take 3 months of my life to write, to try and make it as simple as possible for people to start opting out of these abusive ecosystems. The only way for the advertising industry to finally step back a little bit, stop trying to steal all of our data all the time, stop trying to disturb me by sending an update to my fridge that I did not fucking consent to put advertisements in my kitchen, is to just not give them our attention anymore. And the best way to not give them your attention is to not allow them to load. uBlock Origin. You can get it for Firefox on mobile. Your Brave has shields on mobile. You can use Brave or Firefox or WaterFox or whatever the fuck else you want to use on your desktop. And if you don't know which one you should use, you probably have a tech-savvy friend that knows a little more than you that has been waiting for years for you to ask, hey man, I'm sick and tired of seeing ads. What should I install? People don't like providing tech support to their parents when they're like, why is my computer freezing? But this is different. When your friend comes to you and is like, yo man, I'm tired of seeing ads in my browser. What should I install? That's different. That person is going to be excited to put that stuff in front of you. Very much so. I have a giant smirk come across my face every single time somebody that I know and care about decides that the time has come and enough is enough. I say this as somebody that has over 2 million subscribers. There is so much money that I could make if I had a brand safe channel and at a CPM that was over like 40 cents. There's so much money I could make if I had sponsorships on here. But the reason I don't do it is because I don't want to deal with this in my own personal life. If I can't deal with it in my own personal life, why would I ask you to? And above all, I genuinely believe that we would live in a better world if we didn't have business models that were based on this. Why do we have to mine every single user's data all the time to advertise to them? Why do we see ads everywhere? Because there's money in it. What if there wasn't money in it? Then this shit would go away. The best way to make it go away is to block them all. Look up what Pi-hole is. Look up what uBlock Origin is. Look up firewalls and alternative firmwares for your router that do this by default. Look up plugins that will do this. I will leave some links in the description down below. If you block ads everywhere that you see them, the advertising industry will be starved. And if they are actually genuinely starved of money, they will not have money to pay manufacturers like Samsung that will then have motivations to put advertisements inside of your fridge. We can't expect this to stop on an ethical or moral boundary because it won't. We cannot expect our legislature or our regulatory system to do anything about it because, I mean, who am I kidding? This is the United States. They don't give a shit. Money talks. What talks even more than money is not having money. Let's make it so that they don't have any money to spend on ads. Let's make it so they don't have any money to spend on your personal data. There are other ways that you can figure out how to pay content creators that you care about. If you feel bad about turning uBlock on and you really enjoy somebody's videos that you've been watching for a couple of years, give them $1. If you give your favorite creator on this platform $1, they have made more money off of that dollar than they are likely going to make if you watch every single fucking ad in their video for the next 2 years. Not kidding. Think about divesting from the advertising system. If you don't, you will see ads in your fridge. Curated ads. Curated by the data collected by the fucking company that admits in the agreement when you go to use their washing machine that they sell your personal goddamn data. Ew. What are you selling? How many fucking skid marks there are on my underwear? None, because I use a bidet, bitch. Mic drop. Yeah. This video can't get better after that. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.
We also have the duty not to infringe the IP rights in the process. It is in fact the manufacturers who have the relevant rights, not consumers.